Today we find out the answer to two questions. Firstly, is there a Europa League final in our immediate future? And number two, most importantly, will we tick the Premier League title off of our bucket list? I'm certainly hoping for a yes to both of those questions. Hello and welcome back to Unemployed to Legend Club for episode 8 with Liverpool. My name is Craig and coming up on today's episode as many games as needed to hopefully secure the Premier League title. Also, we have the Europa League semi-final second leg against Lyon at home, and we do have our work cut out for us in that tie. Before we get into what's happened so far since the last episode, can I ask that you hit that like button down below, just below this video. Send all the luck that you can give for us in this episode, because I do want to win the Premier League this season. We've got the opportunity, we might as well see if we can try and grab it before Manchester United decides to try and ruin our party for us. Now, since you were last with me, we've done about 3 games, a very handy 2-1 victory away against Tottenham, CDK scoring the winner with about 4 minutes left, leaving me very relieved that we managed to secure the 3 points there. We played Lyon in the first leg, and as I mentioned, we got our work cut out for us because we got a 1-0 deficit from that match. It was an abject performance, which quite frankly left me a bit angry, because we can play way better than that. Luckily, we followed that up with a 4-0 victory against Wolves, who are bottom of the Premier League. And you've probably seen the Premier League table already, but that means we are sitting 3 points clear with literally 2 games left to go. Luis Carlos is the joint second highest scorer in the league, but he's so far off Erling Haaland for Man City. I wonder if we can bring Erling Haaland in for next season, especially now that we've got Champions League football. That's the one thing we have done. We have guaranteed Champions League football for next season, so the board are very happy that we've passed the season expectations for the Europa League and for the Premier League and the Carabao Cup. Not so much the FA Cup, but quite frankly, I didn't really mind about that. But we do have, after the Lyon match, we do have Everton away in the Merseyside derby, where we could secure the Premier League title. Man U played the day before, so we'll know the result already. If not, we will be going for the Leicester match at the very final game of the season. But if we can wrap it up against Everton, that would be fantastic. But first up, the Europa League. We've got to put in a better performance than what I saw in the first leg. So this is the 11 that we're going to send out for what is effectively going to have to be an attacking game for us. Soares is in goal. A back four: Silva, Saravia, Konate and Amaral, with Wharton ahead of them in the deep line playmaker role. Ferrer and Jones in the centre of midfield ahead of Wharton. Charles de Catalare, CDK in attacking midfield with Ronaldo and Ross, the 2 men up front. So I'm trying to save Luis Carlos and Matthias Tobar for the league matches, because they are very lethal in the league. That's fine, but the rotation isn't obviously helping our strikers, because sometimes we do struggle to score. I'm hoping that we can actually bag a few goals today. I mean, we need to actually score today anyway, in the hope of staying in the Europa League. Now, of course, nobody's expecting us to win the Europa League, but I feel we've got the opportunity. Let's try and see if we can get ourselves into the final at least. And that was just cleared off the line, but I think it was offside, which is annoying. But good intent early on, very good intent. We have to go attacking. We've got to try and pin Lyon back in their half, unless they want to try and come out and then we take them on the counter attack, whichever one. Just gone attacking because absolutely no highlights has happened in the last 20 minutes or so now. A little bit worrying. Oh, here we go. Oh, for goodness sake, guys. Thank you, Ronaldo. Playing very deep. He is the deep line forward this time because... Oh, no, hang on. No, he isn't. He's the advanced forward. I keep thinking Charlie Ross is. There is CDK, and there is Ross. The man has done it again. Where was he in the last match? He actually did start, but he did not score. He didn't even have a sniff of goal from any of the highlights we had. It was all Anderson Luis. Or Louis Anderson, sorry. Which way round is it? He's not even on the pitch. We'll find out probably later in this episode. But Ross bags, I'm guessing that's his 14th goal in 12 Europa League matches. Insane. If he helps us to the final, The man deserves a new contract because he's got teams sniffing around after him. Manchester City tried to buy him in January for a stupid £90 million, but they just turned it down because he's so useful to us in Europe. God, I thought that was almost off the pitch. And there is, Ronaldo in the right place at the right time. It is onside. The referee's backing up. It is 2-0 after 37 minutes. We have turned it around. Now, let's just crush them. Let's just finish them off. I absolutely cannot stand Lyon. From our time when we were at Lens, they were a pain in the backside. I just want us to see them off, say bye-bye, see you later. And looking at the other semi-final as well, it's between Monaco and Frankfurt. I think that first leg finished 1-1 from what I remember, so it's very on the edge there, just like it is in this match. But we have dominated. Lyon tried to sit back. It just absolutely didn't work, so I'm wondering what they're going to try in the second half, because I'm a little bit about not only about the conditioning of our players, but also seeing which substitutions we can make, because if Lyon sit back, then fine, that's handy for us, but if they try and come at us, I need to be a bit careful about which players I'm going to be substituting, such as Manuel Silva, who is looking a bit tired, and I do want him available for the weekend, so Saravia might have to come on. Not come on, he's already playing. He might have to go out to left back. And already Lyon have got space down the right hand side. Silva is tired. Ross tried to clear that way, but he just headed it the wrong way. There you go. Amaral was the one who cleared it into Ross. CDK taking it forward. You've got Ronaldo in the middle, man. Play it back. Ronaldo just got blocked with his shot there. We've got just over 20 minutes. The ball has been swung in and it's been saved by Suarez. Thank goodness. Right, so we could just end this highlight, see what changes we need to make. Amaral, I think he's a change that I'd like to make, because although it depends. Do I want to play him or do I want to play Alexander-Arnold at the weekend? Might be worth playing TAA against Everton. Of course, Merseyside derby at the weekend, so he's going to have a invested interest in that. Imagine if he scores the goal that wins us the title there. There is Ronaldo, and hopefully that's the goal that sees us in to the final of the Europa League. Of course, if we do make it into the final, that will be Monday's episode. We won't be seeing that in this one. Hopefully we wrap up the league title in this episode. And maybe on Monday, secure a Europa League title as well. We won't be in Europa League next season, so we may as well try and win it. I said may as well try and win it. I have grand designs of trying to win it. Right, both our fullbacks are knackered. A lot of our players are actually tired now. So Paul Williams is actually going to come on. I forgot he was even there. And Manuel Silva. Borgia is going to come on. Just swap with Saravia. And there's a few other players who are tired. Ricky is going to come on for Ferrer. And do you know what? I want to save Ross. I don't want Ross to get another yellow card. We want him for the finals. So Ant Farley can also come on. We've still got one more substitution. And by the looks of it, we have made it amazingly into the Europa League final. It'd be my first European final in this entire series. We have turned around a deficit of 1-0 from the away leg. Into the final we go. Great second leg comeback. Right, let's take that momentum forward now. We're in the Europa League final. That will be Monday's episode. We'll see you for the Merseyside derby. Right, before we get into the all-important match against Everton, just a couple of things to note. Firstly, the Europa League final will be against our old rivals as well, Monaco, from our old Lens days. Feels like a story of redemption in the Europa League as it stands. Also, secondly, our last league game of the season against Leicester has been moved to the Saturday, which is a bit problematic when everybody else plays on the Sunday. But hopefully we won't need the Leicester game, because hopefully we'll go out and get the victory against Everton, which will secure us the title. Because if we look at the league table, Manchester United have already played and they drew 0-0 against Middlesbrough. They sit 2 points behind us with one game to go. We win against Everton, the league title is coming to Anfield. And for Liverpool fans, I'm not one of them by the way, I am an Arsenal fan, but for Liverpool fans, I can't imagine there would be anything sweeter than winning the title at the home of your own rivals. I mean, as an Arsenal fan, I understand how it is. I've just clicked submit the team a bit too early. We'll go through the starting 11 in just a moment, so let me at least just do the team talk. But this is the 11 that we are going to be sending out. There have been a few changes. Simon is in goal for this one. Back four of Amaral at left back, Borja, Becerra, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Stindl is at the base of the midfield. Lavia, I'll get it right one day, and Ferrer in central midfield ahead of him. Anderson Luiz in attacking midfield. CDK is tired, and Luis Carlos and Tobar are the men up front. We've done the team talk, and here we go. We're on the doorstep of the Premier League title. Come on, Liverpool, let's finish this. We get a highlight straight from the off. This is on key highlights. Yes, it is, of course. So, TAA plays it forward into Ferrer. Play it into Tobar. He has options in the middle. Oh, I was going to say, just play it in. Oh, and Luis Carlos has it in the back of the net, but I have a feeling he was just offside. It'd be a shame. It'd be nice to get an early goal after just 30 seconds. And this is offside. Ah, that's a shame. That would have been a great way to start the match. Oh, they're giving us a nice little breather to hopefully win the title. He wasn't that offside. Hang on, I don't think he was the one offside. So who was? Oh, good save by Simon. That was clawed away with one hand there. Brilliant stuff by him. He's actually been a very, very good goalkeeper for us in the league this season. And hopefully that will continue, certainly, through this match. As Everton are trying to pile the pressure on, they've got some early corners. We're not even 3 minutes into this match. Are we actually going to have a long match here? Because I would rather we just score a couple of goals and get out with the 3 points. And the league title to boot. Even if we do win the league title here, I don't know if we'll see the trophy lift because we are away from home. We're at the Bramley Moor docks. So a glimmer into the future, I guess, of what Everton Stadium could look like. But if we don't see the trophy lift here, then I'll make sure that we see it when we have had the Leicester game. As Everton are coming again here, my goodness. They're probably fired up to stop us from actually winning the league title, to be fair. As Evertonians will probably attest, they probably never, ever, ever want to see Liverpool win the title at their ground. Oh, well taken down there by Luis Carlos. Played into Anderson. Oh, I should have played it over to the other side of the keeper. So close, nearly half an hour in. We have a corner, Trent Alexander-Arnold to take it. Played into Becerra, but he couldn't quite do it. Stindl blocked. Everton are doing all they can. They are doing everything they can to stop us. Don't let that deter you, boys. Go and grab that goal. Go and grab the league title. Come on. Currently, as it stands, we would be 3 points clear with a game to go. That wouldn't be enough to win the title. Effectively, we need 2 points to clinch the league championship. Ferrer, you stupid, stupid boy. Right. That's done us no favours. Absolutely no favours. I tell you what. Apparently Tobar can play in central midfield. Interesting. He can play central midfield on attack. Do you know what then? We're actually going to do that. Anderson Luiz can be a deep line forward and Tobar can just bomb forwards. Oh my goodness, what have you done, Ferrer? I'm actually going to be annoyed if you screw us in this. I know you wanted to leave in January. He wanted to leave for Newcastle, but... Oh my god, what's everyone... What are you all doing? Push out! Oh, it's all gone wrong. Yeah, it's all going to the final day, isn't it? For goodness sake. Look at the defence here. They just decided to sit well back. No one closing down, and we're going into half-time. 1-0 down and 1 man down. Show a bit of desire, exactly. Show some desire, lads. Come on. We can't just sit back. We'll go into the final day of the season, top of the league, but for goodness sake, please don't throw this away now, lads. Come on. My assistant manager is suggesting we go defensive. No, don't you dare. Stindl, well won there. Carlos, he is through here. Please, just finish this. Oh my god, he's finished so many of those chances this whole season. Why are my strikers misfiring now? This is not what we want. Right, we are going to make a few changes. Let's have a look. Ronaldo's going to come on for Anderson Luiz. And he'll go as the advanced forward. Luis Carlos can go as a deep line forward. We're going to need a bit of pace up front now, I feel. And TAA is knackered. So, I'll tell you what, Saravia... Hang on, do we not have Manuel Silva? Oh yeah, Manuel Silva's there. What am I about? Yeah, so Manuel Silva can go on. Amaral go out to right back. And Silva out to left back. Let's see if we can try and use a bit of width. With at least one fresh fullback. Amaral is knackered though, that's the problem. We do have a week to our next game. Oh, Luis Carlos trying as he might to try and get us a goal. Even a draw right now I would take. Yes, it means it will go down to the final game of the season. For goodness sake, guys, what are you doing? Right, we've got about 8 minutes to go and we have a lot of tired legs. So, Amaral is going to come off for Paul Williams. Konate is going to come on for Becerra. I mean, Tobar is knackered, so probably Samuel Vicky. That's probably the safe money. Oh, Ferrer, you absolutely screwed us. I'm just going to absolutely blame him for the fact we are losing this game and our performance in the second half has just been horrendous. You go down to 10 men, your players decide, oh, you know what, we don't want to try. Look at this, Everton are just dominating us now. 10-man OP? I don't think so, this is ridiculous. What on earth are you doing, Williams? Evertonians are rejoicing. They don't have to witness Liverpool winning the title. I don't want to see that. We're going down to the final game against Leicester. Pathetic. Pathetic performance. Ferrer, you're dead to me. If we lose the title, you are dead to me. You can go to whatever team you want. Right. Home game against Leicester. See you for that. Right, so here is the situation going into the final league game of the season. We are home against Leicester. We play on the Saturday. Everybody else, including Man U, who are away at Arsenal, I've only just realised. They play Arsenal away. We win, the title is ours. We draw, we have to rely on Arsenal getting a result against Man U. The only reason we're playing on the Saturday is because we've got the Europa League Final in literally 4 days. So, final league game of the season for the title. This is the starting 11. Simon in goal, Silva, Borja, Becerra, Amaral as the back four. Stingdor in the base of the midfield of Lavia and Ricky in place of obviously the suspended Ferrer. I find Ferrer, he got angry. I backed down because I didn't want to anger the entire squad. But he's suspended anyway, so it doesn't matter. De Catalare is in attacking midfield with Luis Carlos and Tobar up front. Anderson Luiz is on the bench, as is Farley, Ronaldo, etc. Alexander Arnold picked up an injury, so he's back in 6 days, so he's actually going to miss the Europa League Final as well. All that matters, we just get the victory. This match might actually feel a little bit cut up, especially as I just want to see effectively just the chances and hopefully the goals, just like that. Luis Carlos, thank you so much. If this man wins us the title, he will have a new contract. I don't care if he's 30 years old, I'll happily keep him here for the rest of his career. That man has been a saviour in front of goal in the league this season. He is to us in the Premier League what Charlie Ross is to us in the Europa League. Oh, thank goodness. 1-0, 13 minutes gone. I'm hoping that will settle a few nerves, especially among the Anfield faithful. It's actually worth noting, I did say in the last match, I'd bring you guys back for this if we won the title against Everton. Obviously we didn't, so we're going to see the whole match here. I'm hoping we see a trophy lift here. In fact, I think we're still on a high line, aren't we? Good grief. I may have to drop that back a little bit. Tobar, Lavia. Oh, played through into Carlos. Oh, he's just saved and out for a corner. I'm just going to drop the high line a little bit. Normal high line. Normal line. Standard. Corner's in. It has been cleared, but only as far as Carlos, who tried to play it back in. Don't know what he was trying to do there. Don't know who he was trying to find. Probably just anyone in a red shirt. Corner is swung in again, but it has been cleared. Ricky, we are still on an attacking mentality. There's no point just sitting back. Not at this stage anyway. Depending how it's looking later in the game, as that ball through to Tobar was just cut out. Depending how it looks later in the game, hopefully we can just start to sit back a little bit. That completely depends on what we're going to do here. Come on, boys. Let's find ourselves a second goal. Well done, Amaral. Play it forward. That's it. Ricky, guys, don't be silly. Oh, Luis Carlos just got crowded out by 3 defenders. I forgot to have a look at what formation. Oh, Carlos has got the ball here, and Carlos has capitalised on a goalkeeper error. I don't know what their goalkeeper was trying to do. He has had an absolute mare there. And yes, we are on a high line, so Luis Carlos actually pressing. That's the first time this season that's actually worked. It worked at the most crucial time. I will take it. When he knows where the back of the net is, it is 2-0. Take us into half-time, please. Please, for the love of God, just take us into half-time. Thank you very much. 2-0, half-time. We're halfway to getting this done. Good grief, we've limited Leicester to absolutely nothing, which is good. Absolutely good. We're controlling possession. Keep that up. Absolutely keep that up. The less shots they have, the better. Well won there by Becerra. Amaral just lost the ball completely. That's it. Just get back, and Silva gathers the ball very calmly. Takes it down the left-hand side. There is Ricky. Oh, he looked more likely to score there than miss. Oh, league table at the moment, we are 5 points clear. That would be enough for the title. We've still got about 35 minutes to go. Stingo is on a yellow. Yikes. Tabar. Play it forward. CDK into Carlos. He is on a hat-trick, and the hat-trick is secured. And with that, the title. Please let that be it for the title. We're going to drop back to positive. I mean, we could continue being attacking and try and secure 4 or 5 goals, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Carlos bags a hat-trick on what will hopefully be a title winning day. The Anfield faithful singing his name. Was there suspicion of offside? And it's CDK with the assist that could secure us the title. I don't know why they were checking that for offside. He was onside as far as I was concerned, and in fact one player who is going to come off is going to be Stingel because he's on a yellow. Let's just go in here. I was going to do it down at the bottom here. Stingel is going to go off for Konate. Konate is going to drop back into that anchor role. He can just sit in front of the back 4, and that's all we're going to go for the moment. We have just under 15 minutes to go. Guys, stop losing the ball in silly little places like that. Lavia into Silva. Oh, just off the post. That would have been a good goal for Silva to have. Well worked. And we are almost within the final 10 minutes. We are going to make some substitutions. Paul Williams is going to go on for Amaral. Borgia is going to go off. Not yet, actually. Manuel Silva can go off for Saravia. And I think we have a couple more substitutions. So Lavia, we do have the Europa League Final coming up, but Adam Wharton's going to come on for him. Fresh legs in that box-to-box role. The last substitution I'm going to do is a defensive one. Hopefully we'll do that with a few minutes left, just to waste the time down a little bit, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Oh, Becerra. Becerra is... You know what, Becerra is going to be the one who's going to come off. It's either going to be him or Borgia. It couldn't be both of them. De Bola is going to come on for the final few minutes. Lads, we've just won the Premier League title. I know there's a few minutes left. I'm just putting on all the game management stuff, as you do. But the league title has come home. Oh my goodness, it's my first league championship since Swansea University. And we've just gone and won the Premier League title. So relieved. We've got that off the checklist, lads. And all that needs to be done for this part is to lift the trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Premier League champions after finishing 7th last year. We have brought the title back to Anfield. It's Liverpool FC. Hey! So happy. So relieved to get over the line. Doesn't matter about the results on the Sunday now. Man U and Arsenal can do whatever they want. All that's left for us now this season is to win the Europa League. That will be the next episode on Monday. And then next season, we're going for the Champions League. That's all that's left. The Champions League is what's left now. Premier League title secured. Luis Carlos is an absolute god to the Anfield faithful. We are the champions. I'll see you for the Europa League final on Monday. And then, transfers. Champions League glory, hopefully next season. Well, normally I would say if you have enjoyed this episode, but let's be honest, how could you not? Remember to hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss the upcoming Europa League Final on Monday and the Champions League charge that we're going to be doing next season. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for being part of this adventure and supporting the series so far. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.